are listening to the Self-Trust Solution Podcast with Dawn Lede, episode number 85. Welcome back. Today is part 2 of the commitment to follow through, making it happen. We're diving deeper into the strategies you can employ to foster commitment success. So if you've ever struggled to stay committed when life gets tough or your motivation wavers, this episode is for you. Let's continue the journey of turning your goals into reality through the art of follow through. We'll take a look at the role of feelings and commitment, particularly motivation, internal and external pressure, how to create an internal structure for commitment, and practical strategies for cultivating that commitment. Hey, if you're anything like me and so many of my clients, you've probably experienced moments where commitment feels like an uphill battle, especially when that inner dialogue starts to challenge your every effort. But what if your inner voice could be your biggest supporter instead of your biggest critic? If you're ready to shift from self-doubt to unshakable self-trust and master the art of follow-through, I've got something special for you. Head over to theselftrustcoach.com and download my free ebook, Master Your Inner Dialogue, Transform Your Self-Talk for Goal Success. This guide is filled with practical strategies to help you transform your inner voice into a powerful ally, making it easier to stay committed, follow through, and achieve your goals with confidence. Let's turn that inner dialogue into your greatest asset on your journey to success. Download your free copy at theselftrustcoach.com. Now let's get started on the episode. Last week, we laid the foundation for understanding the power of commitment and how it's more than just a decision. It's a decision, a firm, resolute decision followed by intentional action. We explored how recognizing your existing commitment skills and translating them into your goals can set you up for success. So today in part 2, we're diving deeper into how you can manage your feelings and external pressures, create a supportive internal dialogue, and set yourself up for commitment success with practical planning strategies. So let's look at the role of feelings and external pressure. One of the biggest challenges in maintaining commitment is navigating the complex interplay between our feelings and external pressures. Often we mistakenly believe that, say, motivation is a prerequisite for action, or that external pressure is the only reason we follow through. However, understanding the true role of feelings and pressure can help us stay committed to our goals even when motivation wanes or pressure mounts. So it's common to feel unmotivated at times, especially when facing challenging tasks or long-term goals. However, the presence or absence of motivation doesn't have to dictate your actions. You can continue moving forward without relying on motivation as your driving force. Commitment is a decision made independently of fluctuating emotion. It's about honoring the decision you made regardless of how you feel at any given moment. So lack of motivation often leads us to question our commitment. We might start to believe that if we're not feeling enthusiastic, then perhaps we should reconsider our goals. But feelings are transient and unreliable indicators of long-term desires and values. Recognizing this helps to separate temporary emotions from the sustained commitment required to achieve meaningful goals. External pressure, whether from deadlines, expectations, or obligations, can sometimes push us to act. However, relying solely on external pressure can make the process feel burdensome and resentful. Moreover, it can create a dependency on external factors to get things done, which can be problematic when pursuing personal goals without immediate external accountability. So external timelines and expectations only create pressure if we fail to equip ourselves with what we need to meet them. Now, this is so important because the truth is The pressure that we feel is coming from our own thoughts and beliefs about the deadlines. It means that external pressure isn't inherently necessary for follow through. We can actually create the action of following through with or without pressure. Pressure is the thing we add on top of it. Instead of creating more pressure for ourselves, we can focus on creating an internal structure that supports our commitment, making it less reliable on external situations or expectations. So, how do we create this internal structure? One, we want to reconfirm the commitment, reaffirming your firm commitment to your goal, revisiting the why you made this commitment in the first place, and solidifying that decision. Constantly going back and reconfirming your commitment can really help support that internal structure for commitment. Set clear parameters. Define the exact steps needed to achieve your goal based on your current knowledge. This clarity helps to eliminate any ambiguity and reduce the mental load of figuring out what to do next. It's like you're setting yourself up for success. Then allocate your time. Estimate the total time required to accomplish your goal. Break this down into manageable chunks and decide how much time you want to dedicate, whether it's each day or each week or each month. This makes the process more tangible and less overwhelming. Then you want to schedule and protect. Once you've determined your time allocation, schedule these tasks into your calendar. Equally important is scheduling protected time for other aspects of your life, such as work, family, and personal activities. This balance ensures that your commitment to your goal doesn't overshadow or get overshadowed by other important areas of your life. You're making space for your whole life because it's all for you. We want to make sure that we're staying flexible and being open to adjustments. Be willing to adjust your schedule and parameters as needed. Life is dynamic, and your approach to commitment should be flexible enough to accommodate changes. However, this flexibility shouldn't compromise the firmness of your commitment. It's about finding a system that works for you and allows you to maintain your commitment without feeling pressured or overwhelmed. By focusing on these aspects, you can create an environment where commitment flourishes, independent of fluctuating feelings and external pressures. The goal is to build an internal structure that supports your commitments, making it easier to honor them consistently. This approach not only fosters a stronger sense of self-trust, but also makes the journey towards your goals more sustainable and enjoyable. So let's look at some practical strategies for cultivating commitment. Cultivating commitment is about creating a supportive environment and mindset that allows you to consistently honor that decision, that firm, resolute decision, declaration of commitment. This involves a combination of planning, self-awareness, internal dialogue. And so here are some practical strategies to help you set your present and future self up for success while also appreciating and bringing forth your efforts. First is decision making and planning. Firm decisions. We're going to keep saying that. It's always going to be the first step. Start by making firm decisions about your goals. Means clearly defining what you want to achieve and committing to it with confidence. A firm decision is non-negotiable and serves as the cornerstone of your commitment. Detailed planning. Break down your goal into actionable steps. Identify what needs to be done, how long it will take, and when you will do it. Include all necessary tasks, from learning new skills to delegating responsibilities. This clarity prevents overwhelm and procrastination. Time blocking. Allocate specific time slots in your schedule for working on your goals. This not only helps you manage your time effectively, but also reduces the likelihood of getting sidetracked by less important tasks. Make sure to balance this with time for other life responsibilities and self care. Second is managing your internal dialogue. Speaking for your whole self. Develop an internal dialogue that represents your entire self, not just your in the moment wants. Your goals are for you, for your future. And the desires to, or the urges and desires to deviate from that plan in the moment is just speaking for your in the moment you, like instant gratification instead of your long term wants. So you want to speak for your whole self. Make sure you're always considering all of you. This holistic perspective fosters more self compassion and motivation. It makes sure that you are making decisions for you at every moment in a way that serves you and what you want to achieve. Cultivate a supportive internal narrative. Pay attention to negative self talk. Is it actually meant to be negative? If you remove the tone from the words that are being said internally, is there some wisdom? Is it an invitation to affirm yourself or your path? Is it an invitation for a different perspective? Affirmations may sound like, instead of I can't do this, to, oh, actually, yes, I can do this. I'm capable of learning and growing. Perspective may sound like, if your thought is, I can't do this, perspective would be like, oh, is it that I can't do this? Or is it that I need an additional piece of information? Or that I want some support from a different person? So I can do this, and I'd love some additional support to help me. Those are ways that we can adjust our inner dialogue into one that is for us, that we are intentionally listening to ourselves for wisdom, for perspective, and for support. Next, we want to set our future self up for success. And we can do this through preparation and anticipation. What might you need to stay committed? This might include setting reminders, preparing resources, or creating just a comfortable workspace. Think about potential challenges you might face and plan strategies to overcome them. Regularly visualize your success and the steps you will take to get there. Visualization can help reinforce your commitment by making your goals feel more tangible and achievable. And appreciate your progress. Reflecting on progress is taking the time to reflect on how far you've come. Acknowledge the efforts and the decisions that have gotten you to where you are, that have contributed to your current position. This practice fosters gratitude and reinforces the value of commitment. We want to learn from past experiences. Analyze any past setbacks or mistakes, not as failures, but as learning opportunities. Appreciate your past self for taking risks and experimenting, even if the outcomes weren't as expected. This perspective encourages continuous growth and resilience. Cultivate a lens of self-support and care. Remember that taking care of yourself is integral to maintaining commitment. This includes physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Regular self-care practices help you recharge and stay focused on your goals. This includes celebrating both big and small victories along the way. Recognize your progress and reward yourself for hard work. This not only boosts morale, but also reinforces the habit of commitment. Finally, we want to maintain focus and flexibility. Regularly review your progress and be willing to adjust your plans as needed. Life is unpredictable, and being adaptable while staying committed to your goals is crucial. Flexibility allows you to navigate unexpected challenges without losing sight of your objectives. While it's important to have a long-term vision, you want to focus on the present task at hand as well. Being present helps you fully engage with your work and make the most out of your current effort. By implementing these practical strategies, you can create a supportive environment that nurtures your commitment and helps you stay on track. Remember, the ultimate commitment win is cultivating a lens of self support, trust, and care, where you honor your decisions, take care of your needs, and appreciate your progress. This holistic approach not only builds self trust, but also paves the way for achievement. What will you take away from today's episode? My goal is for you to commit to commitment. Manage your feelings and external pressure. Understand that they can influence your commitment, but they don't have to dictate your actions. With a clear plan and strong commitment, you can move forward regardless of fluctuating emotions or the presence of external pressure. Practical planning for commitment success. I hope you learn the importance of scheduling and planning, including breaking down tasks, allocating time wisely, and setting up a structure that supports your commitment. Creating a supportive internal dialogue. Cultivate a positive internal dialogue that supports your commitment, helping you stay focused and motivated even when challenges arise. Recognizing your own inner wisdom and perspective. And of course, celebrate all of your efforts. Recognize that each step, no matter how small, contributes to your overall success. This mindset fosters resilience and makes it easier to stay committed in the long run. Remember, commitment is not about perfection. It's about consistently showing up for yourself and your goals. It's about making a decision and following through on that decision. By building this habit, you not only accomplish more, but also deepen your self-trust. So let's commit to committing and make things happen. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Self-Trust Solution Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit. Until next time, keep trusting yourself and honoring your commitments. Join us next week for episode number 86. Thanks for tuning in and have a trust-filled week. Are you ready to finally achieve your goals with a simple and effective approach? Join the Self-Trust Lab, our 3E success method to streamline goal success will help you shift limiting beliefs, build a solid goal strategy, and create a roadmap for infallible follow-through. With master-level coaching and personalized guidance, you'll apply these tools and methods to make your goal success inevitable. You'll learn to overcome obstacles, make strategic adjustments, and celebrate every win along the way. Don't miss out on this opportunity to transform your life and how you go after your goals. Sign up today at theselftrustcoach.com/the Self-Trust Lab. See you inside.